Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name is Peter Fasciano, and today is my 100th episode of Sip It or Skip It. If you're not familiar with this segment, if this is your first time tuning in and you've missed all 100 Sip It or Skip It's, this is how it works. I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone. I'm going to spin the wheel, whatever it selects. I'm going to pull it off the shelf, pour it, do a quick review, and let you know if I'm going to keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone and replace it because I like it, or once the bottle's gone, I'm going to skip buying it and move on to something else if I don't like it. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we are reviewing today. New camera, new lens, difficult time focusing. This one will focus. Tried and true lens and camera right there. So we're looking at Craigellachie 13. This is a single malt Scotch whiskey. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off the shelf and do a quick review. All right, Craigellachie 13. Like always, the information for the whiskey is right here. Let me go ahead and pour this really quick. And then I also have a link in the description. It's going to open up a document that will give you the totality of this entire series. So if you're interested in the course of the 100 episodes, what are skips and what are sips, what are sips and what are skips, you can go ahead and take a look at that document. I've done some bourbons over the last couple of episodes. Bourbons and scotches definitely have a different nose. This is very malty. This is very citrusy, very light fruits like peaches and pineapple. There is a sweetness, but that sweetness is much lower than a bourbon. Get a little bit of an oak note as well. Vanilla still comes through. And there is a, and don't think this is a bad note. There is a, almost like a cleaning fluid water in a bucket with a mop. There is a little bit of a funky note that is coming out of here, and it's hard to explain, or it sounds like that might be a very off-putting note, but it smells very clean, musty, damp, earthy, vanilla, pineapple, peaches, low on the sweetness, and a good amount of malt. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing on the palate and see what comes through. Oh, this is delightful. There's really no other word to describe this. It's delightful. It's a very unique pour, much different than most other single malt scotches that I have. I think it has something to do, is it called a worm tub or a worm tube? The way that they go through the distilling process. It gives it a very unique note that most other whiskeys don't have. This and Craigellachie 14 are very unique among a lot of the scotches that I have. It's very difficult to explain how this tastes without actually tasting it. I think it's going to taste different from glass to glass and from person to person. I always struggle with this note. That's why I threw out that note at the very beginning when I was smelling it. It smells damp, and it smells there like there's a little bit of cleaning fluid, and I'm thinking that's the alcohol coming through. The malt is giving it a damp, wet wood kind of note. And then behind all that is a sweetness. It's not over the top sweet. It's a grilled peach, a grilled pineapple, but it's an accent to the malt and that funky note that's coming through. The vanilla is there, of course. The oak is there, of course. All around, it's a very unique pour. It's well-rounded, it's well-crafted, and it's a whiskey that you can kind of sit back, relax, enjoy, and just try to pick it apart. And every time you sip it, which I'm going to do again, anytime you sip it, you're going to get something a little bit different that is, again, adds to the mystique, the mysteriousness, or the funkiness of what's in the bottle. So let's get that third sip in and see if anything else comes out of this. Now that third sip, a little bit drying, a little bit more tannin now, is reaching the side of the tongue. The vanilla note is still there. And now I want to say that there is a little bit of an earthy note that I got a little bit earlier. Wasn't there on that second sip, that third sip. It's coming back almost like, dirt from the earth. Really rich soil with decaying leaves, something that you would throw into a garden. It's not vegetal in any way. It's very earthy. It's clean, it's crisp, it's fruity without being too sweet. The oak, the vanilla, that earthy, funky note, The musty note all around, very good. Which means, as you already know, this is going to be a sip. This is one of the bottles that I got really early on in my journey, and I paid $58.49. I'm not exactly sure what the price is right now. I'd be curious, and I'm always curious on where you're watching from and what you actually pay for this specific bottle. All right, that's all I have for you. If you have stuck around this far, I just want to let you know I do have an August giveaway happening, and the deadline for this August giveaway is coming up probably in about the next 2 days. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, and if you want to get 6 2-ounce samples of everything that was in my Bardstown Bourbon Company First Friday Flight Fight, and you also can select 6 2-ounce samples of anything else that I reviewed in August if you're a winner. If you want to contribute to the channel, if you want to support the channel, and you want to have a chance to win, go ahead and read the rules that are found in the description below. And like always, wherever you are at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye, everybody. Cheers to 100 episodes. Thanks for sticking around.